Hey everybody, Arkno here.
And Focus Heal.
Last time, we did some shenanigans, and now we gotta do more in the shay-shays. Fevery bucks? Fevery bucks!
Damn, where'd that brat go? Hunt him down. You can't let that lead slip, no matter what.
They let the lead slip. Oh,
What?
the danger. Oh.
That's what I'm for.
Oh.
Shit. Turns out these bastards shoot first type. I'll draw their fire. In the meantime, you... Ah!
Well, this went sideways fast.
Love your new outfit.
We
Judah.
can't just let them get their
Love 'em,
hands on
love
that
it.
key.
What the...
Damn, that adds though.
Already.
Pull it together. I have to get this lead to run.
From the movies.
Woman in black? What are you doing here? Follow me. We're off this boat.
I'm the good guys.
This way. Get a move on.
Oh shit, Van using a gun? The fuck?
The movie?
Has to be a movie.
And cut.
Yeah!
Stupid, and I love it.
Yeah!
Flawless take, girl.
I love.
You were fantastic. And Nina, sensational.
Mm-hmm.
This scene, your character's first meet, is gonna be a major highlight. And the camera's loving that boxy, skin-tight jumpsuit.
Me too.
It's the perfect fusion of arrows and savagery.
And sexy titties.
Director, could you maybe inject a little less sexual harassment into your feedback?
No, in fact, I'll inject more.
It's an honor to finally be a part of one of your films, Mr. Gotti. These action scenes are so intense. You're quite the visionary.
Don't understate your own talent, my dear. Not everyone could play a role like Michelle.
Miss Lancer!
Oh,
Excuse you?
That's our grandmother. That's Judith's grandma.
Mm-hmm.
The former Grimcat. Looking at her, it's hard to see she was ever sexy.
Well, hello, come and meet. Nice of you to come visit us on location.
Of course. Even in my glory days, I always preferred a hands-on approach.
You're
Besides,
ugly.
how could I miss the rare opportunity to observe my granddaughter's acting up close and personal?
Shut up.
oh,
Emma's grandma's better.
I guess I better pull out all the stops.
Two of the most popular starlets of today, coached by Dominique Lancer, a celebrated singer of yesteryear. This is shaping up to be one hell of a movie.
Wouldn't you say quarter pounder?
Would you
No.
stop calling me a burger?
I am hungry though. I want burger.
It's a crossover between Golden Blood and Wolf's Requiem, correct?
We said we can't. But we do have the extra money.
Yeah, Uber Eats big bucks.
Yeah, because we've been working towards it, so we have plenty actually. We could have actually
Gotten.
stuff to go see your cousin, but I honestly did forget.
No, they were probably wanting to do a sit down thing,
Oh, I see.
and like,
Yeah.
I would have been okay with that too. Like, we could
We could.
get the old J.
Yeah.
J.
Jay. Yeah. Okay.
We could. No.
Okay.
I mean, technically, technically it is money we don't technically have to spend.
Yeah, like that's what I mean.
Oh, fuck. They're probably closed by now. It's actually 6 o'clock.
Let me see.
We could get some of the old G-Joes.
Let me see.
I do like the G-Joes. You like the G-Joes.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's lean turkey, some bacon, and some cheese, and just bread. So it's like, it's less fattening than some of the other stuff that I get.
Yeah.
Because there's no grease there. So,
That's true.
it's slightly healthier.
It's like,
Holy cow! I've never seen the special effects come together so quickly before.
And to be fair, I could also just make it here. Because since they don't really cook their bacon, I think they just slap on some pre-cooked on there and call it a day.
The way you sync the footage is spot on. Where'd you learn this stuff, kid?
Shut up, that's where. Bro, why you look like Cassius Bright from the 40s? He looks like Chimney Sweep Cassius Bright. Look at him.
It's really nothing special. I'm a researcher at the Basel Institute of Science, so computers are second nature to me. There's a lot of overlap between video editing and the visual analysis we do in observational astronomy.
Bullshit.
We got a regular boy wonder here. The rest of you better start taking notes.
Oh, you're
Yes,
fired.
sir.
Remind me then, how exactly did we get wrapped up in this?
I don't know. But here we are. Several hours earlier. Quarter pounder Salesian. Quarter pounder saddle driving.
Harper District. It's a lot more developed than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
Now where's that address Van gave me?
Your destination is roughly 200 arcs from your current position.
Rough.
Right, it should be just around that corner. Okay, you two, let's be on our way.
Oh, there you are. Long time no see, Katra. What's it been? 2 months now?
Just about. It feels nice getting to chat face to face instead of over comms. I'm really glad to see you and Judith haven't changed a bit.
I also love how we are just chilling with Judith.
yeah.
I guess she does love us.
Right back at you, Katra. Are you sure they don't need you at the Institute, though?
Oh, I've already finished my compulsory courses for the semester. I even had enough spare time to upgrade Theo and Zeros.
My processing speed has increased by 15%. Catcher worked hard on it.
Did he though?
That's our little whiz kid for you.
Don't forget to add the cheese.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
'Cause you
So you
sometimes
made
forget to
their
add
AI
cheese.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
And the mayo. You forget to add that too sometimes.
No, that is on
I
my
also added
I don't
a few
think it
new
is.
features, but
It is.
that's probably more than you would care to hear about.
I'll just
Come
do
to
extra
think of
for
it,
then.
Yeah.
aren't you in the middle of shooting a film, Judith?
Yeah, production started on location in early January. It's a crossover between last year's 2 big blockbusters. Directors Gotti and Lom are collaborating. We're only working on Gotti's part right now, but the casting crew's really getting into the swing of things.
Her chest shrank. It's still like amazing, but it's smaller.
That means I'll only be able to investigate between shoots. Sorry, Van.
It's okay, girl. You are fucking drop dead gorgeous. You can do what you
no
want.
skin off my back. I'm just happy you're willing to help. But you know, you really don't need to bother if your schedule's packed.
And not hang out with my favorite boy toy? I could never.
The bits and pieces I heard about what happened at the Capitol are already too much to ignore. Do you mind filling us in on the details, now that Catra's here?
Yes, I'd like some clarification on that whole affair.
All right.
Yes.
I'll try and keep it short and sweet.
So that's how things went. It's almost too surreal to believe. A dark red beast that resembles the Grendel and Almata's legacy. This demands our attention, especially if the first Genesis reacted. No kidding. I borrowed this one just in case, but to be honest, I don't know how much use it'll be. True, they tend to only glow in non-Yes's presence. No, as we have learned in
As we
1B.
learned, yep.
That strange phenomenon you mentioned is another point of concern. I wish I could explain it better. It ain't easy to put into words. Doesn't sound like we have much to go off at this point. Is the capital safe at least? Yeah, I left on Yes and a few other folks I can trust to hold down the fort. If worst comes to worst, Elaine's there too, so they should be fine for now. I suppose the three of us should get to looking for Almata's legacy. Right, it's been too long since I've seen some real action. I'm not about to turn a blind eye to anything involving Almata. Besides, even on a tight schedule, I've always found time for a side gig or two. That's right, a case like this is nothing for Judith Lanster. Let me at him. Did something happen to Judith since last we met, man? Her Grammy put her through the ringer when she got back home in December. Oh, no. Sure, I've made a lot of mistakes lately, but who hasn't? I'm doing my best here. That whole scandal with me and Maxim wasn't even my fault. And yet, even Mom won't stick up for me. If I don't start showing some improvements front stage and backstage, I'll never hear the end of it. I don't think I've ever seen Judith like this before. Her grandmother must be terrifying. Oh, look who it is. And we were just talking about him, too. Arc right here. How's it been, Director? How's tricks? I got a part for you in our new film, my boy.
Judith tells me you're in Nestledown right now.
Sure am. Let me guess. You in some kind of trouble?
I'll say. One of our actors is running late. We don't act fast, it'll mean major delays in our shooting schedule.
Just give me the if I'm jumping in for this part, playing this part, I'm in for the whole fucking movie. Is that all good with you? So you're gonna have to cancel that actor.
And wouldn't you know it? Today's supposed to be Nina's first day on the set.
Oh no.
We'll need a stand-in, but the role takes a fair bit of physicality. So, as far as viable candidates go,
It's me. No, stream's dying too. Are you asking what I think you're asking?
I know it's short notice, but be a good sport. Think of it as a little favor from you to me.
Okay. For real? Van's in the movies? He's in pictures?
Yeah.
They're just gonna edit him out. Despite Van's initial reluctance at the director's request, Gotti's relentless passion eventually convinced him to accept. With Quarter Pounder's help, the filming went off without a hitch. The playback looks good. Let's take 5, everybody. Port Capriccio. I know words. You sure saved my ass, Van. I had no idea you were such a talented stuntman. We'll have to shoot some pickups when Ethan gets here. But the whole day would have been a bust without you. That fight scene you choreographed for us was the cherry on top. Heck, I had to get you and Catra on staff. Nah, it was no big deal. But out of curiosity, do full-timers get access to unedited cuts of the adult scenes? Okay, that's enough out of both of you. Oh, brother, the job does seem fun, though. By the way, what's Grammy up to? Oh, she's helping Nina run lines for the next scene. I'll tell you this much, bringing her on board has really lit a fire under our asses. Dominique Lancer, the biggest chance on the air for generation. Even after retiring, she still has a finger in every corner of the business. Apparently, she'll only take on jobs when the mood strikes her, but any production she touches becomes a massive hit. That's an impressive resume. She sounds like a woman of many talents. Grammy coaches everything from stage and screen actors to professional athletes. She even has experience planning large-scale events. It's all done behind the scenes, too, so the industry sees her as a legend, a real genius in her field. Who would have thought we'd end up working with her here in Messeldom? I take it you didn't hear about it till the last minute either, eh, Judith? Well, the good news is, now we've got a cinematic masterpiece for the ages on our hands. Keep an eye out for the premiere. I gotta run, but I'll see to it that you get paid in a few days for all your help. No rest for a director, is there? I hope we're able to lighten the load, if nothing else. For sure. In fact, you bought me some time, too. With today's shoot out of the way, I should be free until evening. Alright then, I think we've hung around here long enough. You two ready to roll? First things first, we need to track down Almada's legacy. Of course, that's easier said than done. We should be able to sniff out some clues in town, though. Let's make the rounds and see what turns up. I'd like to poke around Almada's old stomping grounds in particular. Right, as far as Messeldom goes, that place tops the list. Oh, and I've spread the word about the 4 Spigs like you asked, so we might have a few of those to do. Good looking out. While we're at it, we might as well stop by the White Whale Inn. There's something in my room that I wanted to show you guys. You must mean that new software from Marduk. Very well, we can drop in at some point as we work through our requests.
Alright, I've got my disguise on now, so I'm good to go.
That could win an award for the worst disguise in history. Can you do the same crap in Edith?
It's just glasses.
How on earth did no one recognize you?
Who knows, Legion? Who knows? Alright, so now she's gonna be my new caster. Right. This one's got Abyss, but we're not gonna. We don't have. Alright. Art Devourer. So, what's our Holocore? Absorb magic. Physical magic damage up. It's not bad. Physical damage and speed. So it kind of wants me to make Quarter Pounder my freaking actual official caster.
Switching to maintenance mode.
Explode basic Earth Arts.
Driver replaced.
Well, we'll just put Cosmic Thrust here. We won't put Cosmic Thrust here. Okay, then we'll put.
Or line up alt.
Okay, Wind and Space.
Switching to maintenance mode.
Mirage, your space.
New short skill learned. Skills updated.
Okay, this is good. This will work.
Switching to maintenance mode.
What's up?
So the unfortunate thing is, in order to super save, we'd have to pick it up.
That ain't happening. It's fucking shit out there.
Yeah, okay.
So no food.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fucking awful out there.
Yeah, we'll have to next time.
Skill set updated.
I said I could open the slots here. Why are they so much higher level than Van? Alright. I don't know how I want to build her yet. Are you still not satisfied with the scene, Mr. Gotti? I can tweak my performance however you like. No, you played your part to a T, Nina. It just feels like we need a little je ne sais quoi to tie things together before cutting to the climax. No shame in asking for advice if you need it. The whole point of this blockbuster crossover is to raise support for the survivors of Cray Village, right? Knowing that, I'd like to help in any way I can. It's like Grammy and them are ironing stuff out. Let's not butt in. They've got enough on their plates.
I never realized there were so many people involved in making a movie.
Yeah, it's not just actors and directors out here.
What can I get for you?
Soul Chef Salad.
Thanks for shopping.
To make the magic happen.
Why, hello there. Let me know if you need anything at all.
So, okay,
Please,
grab some
come
of
back
that.
anytime.
Levinsky Oval Factory.
Allow me to assist. Hope to see you again. Allow me to assist.
No, we don't need. I mean,
Hope to see you again. Allow me to assist.
there you go.
you again. Oh.
Yeah, we'll see what you can see.
Switching maintenance mode. Hey, that's a single element slot. New short skill learned. Switching maintenance mode. Skills updated. New short skill learned. Hey, that's a single element slot. Skills updated.
Just in
Hey,
case.
that's a single element slot. New short skill learned.
Lady,
What would you like?
You ain't got what I would like. Shining goggles. So I have 2 proverbs.
Come again.
Yeah, Zect Arms, which we need to go, but not yet.
Can I help you?
White Will Pescatore.
Come again.
Marishan Garten. Alright, time to start exploring the Marishan Garden. I should be able to gain access for extra members by having Mare make new profiles for the Zyphas. You mind, Mare Bear?
Yeah, I heard you. Sheesh, overload your hollows much? Though, admittedly, I'm just as curious about this virtual space as the rest of you.
Thanks, Mare Bear.
I'll treat you this once, but don't get used to it.
Oh, you are such a little baby. At 6:30?
Yeah.
Okay.
Patra, Judith, long time no see.
Yes. I guess it has been a while, huh?
Shut
Though
up, you're a
I
burger.
can't say I expected us to reunite in virtual reality.
My thoughts exactly. It's a bit of an odd feeling.
You've been busy getting ready for the school festival, right? Glad it hasn't taken the pep out of your step.
My steppy pep.
Enough about that. You two must be Swin and Nadia.
That's us. I know this is a lot to take in all at once, but it's nice to meet you. We've heard a lot about the Arkwright Solutions team, too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. On one side is the famous movie star Judith Lanster, and the other, that whiz kid who skipped a bunch of grades at Basel Institute. It's Catra, right? I'ma just shorten that to QT. Anyone ever say how adorable you are? And don't even get me started on the way Judith fills a room.
Damn right, she just fills it.
It's not like I don't trust S to be faithful, but I'd better start upping my riz just to be sure.
It's fair.
Upping your what? Can we stay on topic, please?
You two really are regular comedians. I'm not quite sold on this whole QT thing, but you both seem to be nice people. That's a relief, considering our track record with other members of the Gardens. Definitely. I've seen firsthand just how reliable they could be. Okay, that's enough meeting and greeting for now. The situation is pretty much how I explained it to you earlier. We need all the help we can get in here, yours included, Elaine. It'd be my pleasure. Renee's lending his aid, so I see no reason to withhold mine. I can't just sit on my hands, especially if there's any chance of this being related to the incident at the Capitol. Besides, I've got to stay in shape, both as Grimcat as an actress. It'll be a lot on my plate, but that won't stop me. I'm impressed they managed to build a virtual space of this scale. It's almost like the expansion of the battle simulator we used before. Personally, I find this sort of thing fascinating, so feel free to call me at any time. And still only have just floor 2.
Welcome to Marduk Support. Charging now and there. We've got the good stuff.
Angel ring, you say?
Appreciate your business.
Let
me know if you need anything, okay?
Do, 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 do.
Appreciate your business.
Wow, there's probably only just those three, huh? I was hoping there would be another floor to it, but maybe later. I just got hit by a car. Bash needs to learn how to drive. Oh. Ready to go see Shade?
Sure.
I don't think you are.
This theater plays all kinds of movies, including independent
Welcome.
films.
Oh, really? Then movie fans must be in love with
Robin,
this
the
place.
Lady of Justice, Shade, or Pon the Crop Muncher?
It tracks that they'd want to appeal to film.
I don't know. Let's watch Shade, I guess. Oh. Okay. Oh. It has to be dark.
Yes, it's
The ambience.
I don't give a shit about him. He probably pirated the movie anyway. But, that's 2 tickets for Shade, which comes out to 400 mirror in total. Ben heading to theater with his company of choice, having decided to watch a movie during their work break. Oh. Lizzie, a diffident introvert, is struggling to adjust to her new public-facing job. One night, she stares into her mirror and whispers to her reflection, I wish I could change. I wish I could express myself, my real self. Several days pass, and suddenly Lizzie finds herself inundated with thank yous and incessant praise for her successful sales streak. Lizzie contemplates how this might have happened, and despite the insanity of the idea, begins to wonder if this was the work of another her. One day, she notices a coworker slacking off and thinks to herself, why bother coming to the office if you're not going to do anything? Other stray thoughts run across her mind, such as, I wish my annoying neighbor Barbara would just die already.
Oh.
The next day, Lizzie learns the slacker got into a traffic accident on the way to work. Distraught, she races over to Barbara's apartment.
No! Don't come any closer! Stop! Please!
Barbara, are you okay? My, how curious. Since when did I have a look-alike? No, it's just like I feared. My wish actually came true. Please, just drop the knife. I don't want this. I don't want this at all. Liar. You know, you remind me of how I used to be. A filthy, yellow-bellied coward. But I'm not that person anymore. I changed. I decided to accept myself just as I am. Now I have the courage to make my own choices, like killing poor, miserable Barbara.
Two Lizzies? What's going on? I don't understand!
There's no time to explain. Barbara, get up! We have to run! So, I have my very own doppelganger, and she actually thinks she's the real me. How cute. I'll allow her to live out that fantasy for a while. Ever since I made that wish, I've felt so free. But if she tries to take that away from me, I'll cast a light on that two-faced lie and make her fade into nothing.
Oh. Not as horror as I was hoping.
Nope. Oh, sorry.
Why did the main character immediately jump to, oh no, I might have a doppelganger? I don't know, it all seems a little too contrived to me. Wow, didn't think I'd be hearing a scathing critique from you. What? You didn't think a world-renowned actress would critique films? Like, what? I will say that the twist caught me off guard. I had no idea that the Lizzie who was after Barbara was the real one. The contrast between her introverted self in the first half and the psychopath she turned into in the second half of the movies is in the movie's favor. Now that I think about it, That thriller from last year, Sober Curious, was also about how we all have two sides. In the end, sometimes the most terrifying monsters are humans themselves. Mm-hmm. Hey, it looks like they're selling commemorative brochures for this movie. Yeah, having finished their break, Van and his crew resume their work. Yeah, we won't be using too much quarter catcher pounders.
Thanks to Fun Stan.
Give her wooden animal puzzles.
Yeah.
Wonder what this'll go for. Just kidding.
Are you not?
It's a gift. It's a gift from another man.
Mm.
How dare she even accept it?
I appreciate it.
We give her the Mishy tassel.
After she said she didn't like the new mission.
Gotta treat myself every now and then.
Who says it's from the new Mishy?
I'll treasure it.
I love how we give everybody all these like nice heartfelt gifts and he just gets a fucking lampshade.
Yeah.
Or he would, you know, if I cared about him. I hate, he's just so dumb. I hate him. Dog?
Dog.
Let's see what we got.
A prized possession. About 9 years ago, I happened to lose a childhood treasure of mine here in Messeldom. I know the idea seems a little far-fetched, but I'm still hoping it's somewhere in the city. Would you be willing to help search for it? I'll be waiting for an answer at the Chapelle. At the Dave Chapelle. This is right here. Church. I will help you with anything. You are beautiful. Van Arkwright. Friend to all the honeys. So this is where you were. Francisca, right? You're the one that put up the 4SPG? 4SPG, then you must be the Spriggan. Yeah, from Arkwright Solutions. We just happen to be here at Messeldom for some business. Anyway, not to jump the gun or anything, but can you fill us in on the details of your request? Of course, I'm so glad you're here. Let's discuss this where we won't disturb the others. So your request said you wanted us to look for something important to you. What would that be exactly? Right, I suppose that's the best place to start. I'm looking for a music box, one with a little ballerina on top. It has a crank that you can turn to play music. The ballerina will even spin as if she's dancing. Oh, I've seen those before. They're so cute. I agree. It was incredibly dear to me when I was a little girl. You see, my father was a busy man, and because I didn't get to see him very often, he decided to have a gift made for me to remind me of his love. It sounds like he cared for you a great deal. He did, yes. But unfortunately, there came a time when he had to depart from Messeldom. I had no choice but to leave the music box behind. It's been on my mind ever since. I've always longed for the day I could come back and look for it. It's only now, 9 years later, that I've finally been able to visit. So you're trying to find the music box while you're still in town? Yes, of course. There's no guarantee that it's still here. But if there's even the slightest chance, even if you can't find the music box itself, any information on where it might be would be more than enough. Does it sound like something you could help me with? Well, I think I got the gist of your request at least. You had no choice but to leave it behind, though. Sounds like something crazy must have happened. Yeah, that does seem a little strange. It's not exactly hard to bring a music box with you. I wish I could tell you more, but I can't. There's really nothing more I can say. I apologize. Well... Listen, if there's stuff you need that you can't share, I get it. I mean, dealing with complicated matters is practically our whole business. But at the end of the day, you can't really expect us to head out and search for some music box without having all the info. I didn't mean to. No, I'm just making more excuses. Hey, you didn't have to be so rude about it. Not like I don't get why you're skeptical, though. Is there a reason you can't ask the police or the bracers for help? I'd prefer not to complicate the situation, personally. I only want my music box back. I did think about trying to find it on my own, but I'm a bit hesitant to go wandering around town. Look, I really would like to help you out, but it's ultimately up to our leader here. Let's see. She's got a reservation about telling the truth, but it doesn't seem like it's because of a life or death situation. Still, something's bugging me. Not that it stopped me before, per se. What to do?
Gray law.
Law Gray. Alright, we'll take the case. You did go to all the trouble of putting out a 4SPG, plus it might be nice to do some extra legwork for while we're in town. Thank you so much. Words can't explain how much this means to me. So, is there anything else you can tell us about this music box? Seriously, any info at all would be helpful. Well, my memories can be a bit hazy at times, but I'll try my best. As I mentioned, it's a music box with a little ballerina on top. I think it was made of ceramic. Yes, if I'm remembering correctly, I was told it came from a famous workshop here in Messeldom. Oh, you must mean the Orbital Factory across from the public bathhouse. Sounds like that should be the place we start asking around. Well, let's get going then. Gotta strike while the iron's hot.
Okay, time to get to work.
Indeed. Speaking of bathhouse, we go.
We go.
Which is...
In the corner.
Yep, upper right, but I have to go. Bam! Oh, I'm dead. That's right, I gotta be having this active at all times to grab some tokens.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's right. You better fucking stop for me, bitch. Alright. Oh, there's someone here too. Nice. Yoink. Why can't this just stay active or put them on the mini-map?
Right.
Oh, that's a big one. Oh, 200. 200.
Don't worry, guys.
Would you
This
like to
bathhouse does, in fact.
Bathe, we stinky.
This is perfect.
Don't you think it's a little too steamy in here?
Only because you're here, girl. Nice.
It's so nice and warm in here.
I saw beneath the dowel.
come see us again?
I'm sure you did.
It ain't just heat he's packing. Alright, down to that blue. Yeah. Blah, 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 cat.
Cat. Oh, you can't pet the cat.
This place seems different.
Anything turn up on your end? Not yet. Where the hell is that damn brat? There's lookouts posted every way in or out of the city, so he's got no place to run. We'll find him if we have to turn over every last rock on the street. Someone's coming. You know the drill. Cheese it. What's up with those two? Sounds like they're in the middle of a manhunt. Something smells off about this. Let's just focus on our investigations for now. We'll still need to get a handle on the situation in Messeldom. We need to go to Club Barracuda just yet. What the fuck? Oh, fishing spot. Fish!
Fishing.
How the hell do I get over there? Oh, fuck it. For real? Jesus Lord.
What to do for fish?
It's fishing time.
Let's do this thing. Hey,
Oh, I fucked that up. I forgot how to fish.
let's do this thing. Hey. That's it. Nice. Go.
We got a crab.
Grab.
Why is there
Crab
snow
battle.
crab here?
Hey. That's it.
Red thing.
Nice. Go.
Red perch. Alright.
We got the fishies.
Okay. Let's go find the music box. Zoom, zoom.
Allow me to hope to see you again.
Got a question for you.
Questionably. A music box with a ballerina. Again, huh? That's an interesting reaction. You know something? Funnily enough, I happened to come across some old paperwork on it recently, so yes, I do. Well, that certainly makes things easier. Let's start with the simple stuff then. I'm guessing it was your shop that made the music box. That's right, it was actually crafted by my grandfather, but the request for it was made roughly a decade ago. The order slip mentioned it was a present for the customer's daughter who wanted to be a ballerina. Money didn't seem to be an issue for the man who ordered it, though. I imagine it must have been a real up-and-comer. That's why my grandfather felt so much pressure to make it perfect. He poured all of his know-how into that thing. I don't think there was a single piece he was more proud of. Huh, sounds like this is more of a luxury item than I thought. Really is, considering the last time I looked it over, I imagined it appraised at 100,000 mira. His craftsmanship was like no other. Wait, you've seen it before? Yep, just last month actually. I'm not sure if you'll be pleased to hear this or not, but an antique dealer brought it in. He wanted me to refurbish some parts of the doll that fell off. Oh no. Talk about a coincidence. I only realized it was my grandfather's work when I noticed his signature on the back. That's what got me digging through our old documents in the first place. Anyway, your best bet is probably going to be that antique dealer. Don't tell him if he still has the music box, though. Right, if the repair was last month, he may have already sold it. I suppose we should at least try to find him, though. Yeah. You know if the guy's still in the area? I've seen him around, sure. But I'd be careful if I were you. He's not exactly known for being the reputable type. Word is that he buys some of his goods through the black market. I've even heard that he has dealings over in that underground club in the back streets. Black market goods, huh? That doesn't sound great. Well, it's the only we've got right now. Come on, let's head to that club. Thanks for the info, Ivan. Alright, now we gotta go to Club Barracuda. Nardle. Alright, back around town.
Oh, there was another jumbo cluster. Oh no, there wasn't.
Don't you honk your goddamn horn at me. You bitch.
Ooh, this looks like a good fishing spot. Looks like someone doodled. Oh, wait, no. This is called graffiti art, isn't it?
Holy moly! Whoever did this has got talent.
Illegal. Wipe it off. Clean it down. Like, there's canvas. Places sell canvas for a reason. Damn. The way she moves, that's some good stuff right there. Oh, damn. Nice. Oh, don't judge me. Damn, if all the firemen looked like that, I'd burn my own house down. Here comes the splits. Bam. Maybe not. A place like this are a surefire bet for the underworld intel. That's not the size of it. Would you rather wait outside, kiddo? There's no need to coddle me. It's the middle of the day, so we'll just take 3 mocktails. Right away, sir. I didn't realize bars even offer non-alcoholic drinks. Depends on the joint, but it's not too uncommon while it's still light out. Hey, this is pretty tasty. Just right for an afternoon pick-me-up. I have to agree. You've got some killer skills, barkeep. That's very flattering, sir. I'm not just talking cocktails, by the way. It's hard to tell by looks alone, but you're packing a lot of muscle under that uniform. I also noticed the glances you sneak at the door and customers. That's more vigilance than a typical bartender needs. My take's that you double as this club's bouncer? I'm lost for words. Are you perhaps involved in some form of detective work? That's one way to put it. You wouldn't happen to be an ex-Jaeger called Robson, would you? I heard your story from Dingo. You were acquainted with him. That was a telling response. So you knew each other too? Yes, as you presumed, I am Robson. Dingo has done much for me in the past. A shame what became of him. So you already heard the news. Even now, I struggle to believe it. Since you were a close friend of his, it would be my pleasure to accommodate you in whatever way I can. That being said, I would advise you not bring his name up in front of the owner. Did something happen between them? In a sense, you see, our club's highest earner used to be a hostess by the name of Mistress. That's the lady from the Blacklight District. Mistress, huh? I know she and Dingo got acquainted when he was in Messeldom, but it sounds like there's more to the story. I can't discuss this too openly, but at the time, Mistress was being blackmailed into doing the owner's bidding. Dingo was the one who pulled every trick in the book to secure her freedom. It would seem the owner harbors a grudge over it to this very day. Damn, that's a hell of a history. What brings your investigation here, if I may ask? I would be happy to answer any questions you have to the best of my ability, Mr. Call me Van. I'm a Spriggan from the capital. Ah, the one from the rumors. I'm here in Messeldom to find something, so we're out doing a little info gathering. Have you noticed any sketchy developments here lately, particularly in relation to Almada? The police were scouring the place as part of their own investigation not too long ago. But as far as I'm aware, they didn't discover anything of note. Damn, rub that pole. Nice. In truth, the owner has worked with Almada on numerous past occasions. I was only ever to line his own pockets, however, so he's likely ignorant of their inner workings. And that guy back there's just having the best day of his fucking life. Even if he weren't, he's crafty enough to keep the police from delving in too deeply. So he actually gave them the slip. Sounds like interrogating him wouldn't get us much of anywhere then. There are many others in this town that are also connected with Almada in some shape or form. In most cases, however, it was that they were either threatened or exploited. The only people who truly know what went on in Almada would be those who worked directly under them. But the way I understand it, each and every member was arrested at the end of last year. That is the extent of my knowledge. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help. Not at all. This gives us a much better grasp of things. Yeah, you definitely saved us some trouble down the road. That pleases me to hear. We'll hit you up again if we need anything else. Heck, even if we don't, we might just stop by for some more drinks. I'll save you a spot at the counter. Hey, Tiff. What's your friend's name? I like the blue. Yeah, I like the blue. Yeah. I want to see your fast run. Wow, 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 wow. Bam.
Alrighty.
Oh, don't judge me. Fuck off. I'm not as doubtful as to change the owner of this place one bit. I wonder who he's going to make a patsy out of this year. Not that it's any of my business. I'm just here to make as much money as I can while he keeps the doors open. That's the long and short of it. Fair enough.
Let me ask you something.
You knew what this was all about. Normally this wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I've got a feeling the owner wouldn't take too kindly to us asking lots of questions. It might be easier to see if any of the dancers know something. Excuse me, miss? Oh, got a tip for me, mister? Feel free to put it anywhere you want. Okay. That's not what we're here for. Get out of here, Katra. Bedtime. It's your bedtime. If possible, we'd like to ask you something. Katra might act like he's all grown up, but he's still just a baby, huh? Katra explained that they were looking for an antique dealer. Oh, you're looking for that guy, are you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's here today. Good, sounds like we're in luck. But where is he? I haven't seen anyone matching his description so far. Hey, the guy that just walked out of the bathroom. Yep, that's him. He's probably got some business with the owner today. Stops by to sell his wares here every now and then. He uses this place as a sort of hunting ground. Finds suckers who are into buying old junk, then pulls them into another room for a sales pitch. So yeah, he's a little shady, but he's also a great tipper. So that makes him okay in my book. I see. Thank you. You've been very helpful. Alright then, let's see what this guy's got to say. Just a second. Oh, where the fuck is the... There it is. This one. They're still open.
Okay.
But we don't have to.
Yeah, but too late.
No, you just ate.
I will.
No, I'm sure. Like, we didn't do much of a Valentine's Day treat yum yum either, though, so. I guess this will be our. Well, no, because we're only spending $15 on this in total.
Yeah.
Because Uber Eats, so no, we're not using this as our out time date fund. Now. Yeah, I'm greedy and hungry and fat, but I'm also sexy, but so is Blue over there. God damn. His name's Lux, because he's in luck. She's dancing only for him and me. Get out of my way. Down and hey, down in front. Oh yeah, I gotta go. I actually have a fucking objective here, other than ogling the stripper.
Question for you.
I think so. Yeah. Music box with the ballerina on top. Damn, I finally get it off my hands, and now someone takes an interest. You sold it? Yep, gave it to the new owner a few days ago. Sorry, pal. I was afraid of that. I figured it wouldn't be so simple. Mind telling us who you sold it to? The original owner's looking for it. The original owner, huh? Yeesh, I don't want nothing more to do with that mess. It was some old lady. Pretty sure I saw her wandering around over by the docks this morning. Think she was wearing a yellow scarf? Thanks for the tip. By the way, what did you mean by get it off my hands? From what we heard, the former owner of the Orbital Factory put a whole lot of effort into that thing. The old man was pretty famous at his trade, wasn't he? I kind of expected people to be banging down your door for it. Yeah, well, I thought the same thing. Hell, that's why I bought it in the first place. I even brought it down to the club to try to sell it to somebody who might be into antiques. Only thing is, every one of them told me that music box comes with a lot of baggage. Baggage? What do you mean by that? Sorry, lady, but if I tell you, I'd be wrapped up in it myself. Anyway, to make a long story short, if I couldn't sell it to some sleazeball, I figured I'd just target your average Joe instead. And that's how I finally managed to get rid of it. Not sure how I feel about you selling something with a sketchy history to the general public. Anyway, we should try and find that old lady and see what she can tell us. Yeah, if we're lucky, she might be willing to make a trade. Sounds like a plan. He said she was over by the dock, so let's go take a look. Oh, I can actually shop here.
May I help you?
Dark bisque. Oh, I have lemon sour.
Thank you.
We can give old Four Specs some drink. Jank drank. Nope. Gotta go this way.
Just as lovely in winter, isn't it?
Seems like a good fishing spot.
Oh yeah, you are an ugly old lady, but here we are.
Got a question for you.
Oh, a music box with a ballerina? Why yes, I actually just purchased something like that the other day. Looks like we were on the right track. That music box brought back a fond memory of mine. I was so moved when I saw it, I thought surely Adios must be guiding my hand. You said it brought back a fond memory? Well, you see, I used to teach ballet several years ago. I suppose it's been over a decade by now. One day, a little girl I used to teach brought in that exact music box. Oh! Is Monsieur Mademoiselle la teacher? She said her father had given it to her and it was her prized possession. Oh, you should have seen the glow on her face. I was a bit surprised by how lavish it was, but just seeing her enthusiasm was enough to make me smile. How lavish? Unfortunately, a lot happened after that. Her family was separated and everything in their home was auctioned off. When I saw it, I could hardly believe something so dear to her had been sold along with everything else. I thought, why not buy it myself in case I get a chance to return it? Her family was separated. I wonder what happened. Wait a minute. The girl you're talking about must be... Yes, there's no doubt about it. Did this student of yours happen to be named Francisca? How did you know? I think I'm getting a clearer picture here. Van told the elderly woman about the request made by Francisca. Goodness, what a wonderful coincidence. It seems Adios really was calling me to buy that music box. My house isn't very far from here. Let me go and get it for you all. That'd be great. Sorry again for all the trouble. If you'd rather not make the walk by yourself, we don't mind tagging along. Van and the others helped the old lady back to her house to retrieve the music box. After the group headed to the chapel together to see Francisca. Oh, my old ballet teacher. I thought I'd never see you again. It's been far too long. I've missed you so much. And you've grown so tall. So goddamn beautiful. If no one else, I'd always hoped I'd at least get to see you again someday. I felt the very same. Though it may be a little more than happenstance, I'm so very pleased to see you again. My, look at how you've grown. You've become such a fine young lady. I see you're still just as quick to tears as when you were little, however. Oh, you. A reunion after 9 long years. I'm getting a little misty-eyed myself. She must be overjoyed. Sorry to interrupt your get-together, ladies. But I've got the music box you were looking for right here. Mind checking out to make sure we have the right one? Oh, I'm sorry. I was so wrapped up in the moment. Let me take a look. Oh, that is beautiful.
Oh.
Yes, that's it. That's the one my father gave me. It's beautiful. I can tell your dad really cared about making you happy. The melody is rather nice as well. The crank turns just fine, so there's no need to worry about the inner mechanisms being broken. That's a relief. I can't tell you how much it means for me to have this back, and to think you even brought my old teacher along. I don't know how I'll ever be able to repay you. Thank you so much for all that you've done. No thanks needed beyond the fee for our services. You know, I actually thought that music box might have been the other thing we were looking for. But I didn't catch a single whiff of anything fishy, so I guess not. Uh-huh. You thought it was related to Almada? What in the world made you think that? It was just a nice gift from her father. Francisca, It's okay, ma'am. We're just fixers who happened to have a few run-ins with Almada in the past. It wasn't until we were in the middle of investigating that I started to realize what was actually going on. I see, so you figured it all out already. To be honest, having to keep it from you was starting to eat me up inside. If it's okay, I'd like to explain. Her father was probably in Almada. Yeah, I'm still clueless over here, so that would be great. Several years ago, my father was the most powerful man in Mesodom's criminal underworld. His name was Enrique, Almada's former boss. Oh, shit.
Oh.
That's the one that Homeboy ousted. Enrique? Why does that name sound so familiar? I think it was written in Dingo's notes. I see. So your father had the music box made for you over a decade ago. Then, a year later, Dantes took over Almada. I suppose this all took place while your dad was still on top of the underworld then. To be honest, the rumors I've heard about him aren't great. Right, my father did many horrible things while he was with Almada. He used to be a traitor, but his craftiness got the better of him. That eventually led to his takeover of the Mafia. These days, he'd be considered a bit player in the grand scheme of things, but there was a time when he was feared even outside of the city. However, my mother and I only ever knew him as kind and a gentle soul. Just like what he did for me with the music box, all he ever wanted for us to be happy. Well, people aren't always what you see on the surface, that's for sure. Yes, even so, the people of this town hold his name in contempt. To this day, there are many who carry a grudge against him. I was scared of what they might do if they found out who I was. And that's why you didn't want to ask anyone else for help, right? Yes. Hold on, we read something in a few notes a while back. It said that all of Enrique's family and connections were killed. The truth of that matter is that Francisco was the only one who survived. 9 years ago, my parents risked their lives to help me escape. However, in a town completely under Almada's control, there was nowhere for me to go. That's when an informant came to save me. He told me it was the least he could do to make amends for selling info to Dantes. Hey, that sounds like the freaking first guy who ever got murdered. Oh, never mind. Dingo. Yeah, it must have been him. Only somebody Dantes thought highly of could have gotten her out alive. I suppose that makes sense. Wait, you know Dingo? Yeah, he was working at Edith as a reporter for a while. Still had informant work on the side, though. Me, being a Spriggan, it made sense for us to do business, but in some ways, he was also kind of like an older brother. This has been an incredible day for coincidences. I owe him a debt of gratitude as well. You see, several days after that tragedy befell her family, Dingo appeared to me once again to say, Francisco wanted me to tell you something. He wanted me to know that she was safe, but warned me to act as though she were dead. Ever since then, I've kept Francisca in my heart. I can only pray that we might meet again someday. I see. Makes this reunion all the sweeter, huh? Is it possible that Dingo's still in the capital? Yeah, he is, but in the dirt. I always hoped I'd be able to find him someday. He introduced me to a family that took me in as a foster child. If not for his connections, I might never have had a family again. Unfortunately, searching for him while Amado was still around was too dangerous. I've always regretted never telling him how grateful I was. Well, what's wrong? The thing is, Dingo passed away. It happened last year while he was trying to follow up on Almada. In the end, it's because of the information he left us that we were able to fight back against Dantes. Oh dear. The guy was one hell of a reporter, that's for sure. Even helped me out sometimes, too. A lot of what I know is through hearsay, but he seemed like a really great guy. I remember he saved Marielle when a politician targeted her for digging into his affairs. Yeah, he was the kind of guy who was always one step ahead of everybody else. So flawless, you almost hated him for it. He was like... And goddamn, he just did not leave any ladies for the rest of us. And he cared about other people to a fault. No matter what happened, you always knew you could count on him. Based on what he did for you, I guess he'd always been like that. Yes, even though he tried to feign disinterest, I could tell he was a gentle soul. But why? Why did that have to happen to someone like him? I lost everything because of Almada, and now Dingo too? I never even got to thank him. Oh, Francisca. I know it hurts, dear. Everything will be alright, wherever he is now. I'm sure he knows how you feel. Well, that was a thing.
That was a thing.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get so emotional. I'm sure he meant a lot more to you than he did to me. You've got nothing to apologize for. It's good to know there's one more person out there who misses him just as much as we do. I'm glad I finally found the courage to come to mess with them. I've gotten back so much of what I lost. Irreplaceable things. And it's all thanks to you. And despite knowing that Dingo is gone now, even if I can't thank him in person, the least I can do is continue to live my life looking forward. Sounds like a good plan. I'm sure that's what he'd want for you too. Well, that was certainly unexpected. Yeah, I'm glad we decided to take her up on her case, though.
That's one job behind us.
Yep.
Mirror deposit confirmed.
Damn. A whole lot of that happened.
It did.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Save the game, not load the game.
Do not load the game.
Nope, we load the game next time. As always, thank you all for watching, and if you want to see more, like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and follow me on Twitch, Shark Nova 3.
Till then.
Till then.